Hey there, thanks for listening to So You Want to Get on Stage. I'm Bonnie Lefrak, and I'm interviewing my favorite clients and coaches. I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Bonnie. This is the podcast, So You Want to Get on Stage, which is a whole other question. Did you ever want to get on stage? I'm excited because I get to interview the most amazing clients, and I have for you today Ann Marie McCormick. She's going to tell you all about herself, but yeah, that's right, all about herself. We'll start at the very beginning, right? Like just a brief background. Joked earlier, I'm like, she's 20, she's been a supermodel for 10 years, so she got started early. I know. Go ahead. Let me kick it over to you and then we'll get right into it.
All right. So I am Ann Marie McCormick. I'm 49 years old. I am now just finished my third consecutive season and very excited to be here.
Wow. So it is so you just finished your third season.
Correct. Going into fourth.
This fall will be your fourth season. Yeah.
Yes.
So that kind of it brings me to how did you find this originally?
My dear friend Joanna, she had done this, I think, for about 5 years. So she started this and I watched her for years and I always wanted to do it, but I always felt I couldn't. Or it wasn't that I couldn't, but I was afraid. So it was something new, something scary, and something I honestly always wanted to do. I just never thought. I thought once I hit my 40s, that probably was that ship had sailed, but
Yeah.
apparently not.
Yeah. Now, this is a great sport, right, for women in their 40s and 50s, which there's not a lot of things you could say, hey, this is a great time to get started on something.
Exactly. And that's what I found interesting was I never did a sport in my life. And then I picked one up at 48 years old and love it.
Yeah, and I love that too because it's been a lot of fun talking to a variety of competitors, some who were athletes, and this was like a natural extension of that sort of competitive nature, but then somebody who's not really an athlete, right? Not my background.
No, not at all. Like never did a sport, honestly. I've always loved working out, but never did anything official. And I was part of a team. So it was all new, very exciting, and I love it.
When you decided, okay, like you saw someone else do it, but there
Mhm.
must have been like that moment, there's your fingers circling over the computer. Like what drove you for in that moment to be like, I'm pushing the button?
I looked at it and I hovered over the button for honestly for a couple of years. And I hate to say it, but it was just, I got to the point where I was like, I'm in my office right now. I sit at a desk all day long. And it was just a matter of it's now or never. If I continue to push it off season over season and feel like I'll do it next time, that's when it never happens.
Yeah. So you just were like, okay, finger, just do it.
I did, and I instantly started sweating bullets. And I was
Yeah.
like, what did I do? What did I do? Can I do this? All the questions everybody has. Is this for me? And after talking to Joanna, every season that I saw her do it, it was just one of those things where you have to just rip off the Band-Aid.
Was this Jojo Rodriguez?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. It's always, and it's funny for as much as I think I know who knows who, like I forget, oh, that's that connection, right? It's like
Mhm.
we can sometimes watch people, we know them, we're watching them on social media, we see their post, we're vicariously living or thinking about it, or they tell us about it and we're still waiting. And so JoJo's the greatest, like
Yes.
a great friend, a great advocate, a cheerleader by
Mhm.
nature. Maybe you could get her to come
Absolutely.
back.
Maybe at some point. I did see her during prep in the last one,
Yeah.
and she's complimented me on how I looked, and I said, maybe at some point, maybe we'll get you back there.
Yeah.
So
To
never
compete with
say
your
never.
friends.
That's my thought.
Oh, it is a great sport for women in their 40s and 50s. And once you get a taste of it, it's like fun. You make friends, you have like structure and routine. It definitely takes a life of its own.
It really does. Yeah. And it's another thing too, is that how I see it, and my husband's probably sick of hearing me talk about this stuff, but just in general, especially at this age, like you don't really get an opportunity to go out and meet a lot of new people, especially finding something that you have in common where you can bond with them. And that's another thing that I found with the team too, which I love because I've made some, I'm sure, lifelong friends through this as well. And it's
Yeah.
good because you're all going through the same thing together. and you can lean on each other. And it's had a lot of added benefits beyond what I thought it would, besides getting my butt off the chair and into the gym again and just having a consistent program. It's been great.
Yeah, it is one of those things that we lead with the idea of lead with the transformation, like lead with
Mm.
the before and after, lead with the take you from the gym to the stage or from the desk chair to being active and being soft to being hard, fluffy to lean or whatever. And all of that is definitely very enticing. I think we all want to look and feel better and turn back the hands of time, right? Stave off aging. But it is interesting, we're not in school anymore. How do we meet new people without seeming like a weirdo, like talking to
Right.
strangers in a grocery store to be like, oh, do you like those
Yeah.
waffles? It is true. It is. And the fact that you start to make these friends that now you have that shared experience is something that kind of carries you forward. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you weren't necessarily going to compete this fall.
I wasn't. No. But I like the momentum, and I haven't had a season off yet. So I've already felt when I decided that I wasn't doing it, that, I saw my friends signing up, and yeah, there was a lot of sadness where I felt like I would be missing out, which is natural, but I also wanted to continue on with the progress that I had already made.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure by the time that we air this, like we're going to have this for our podcast, we'll have it out so people can see it. I definitely want people to also see the transformation over time. It
Yeah.
didn't go from, hi, I've never done this before to now I'm a two-time pro card winner.
No, not at all. And
It's, you know,
that's what I love too, is that one season, it's the other thing is like one season builds on the next. Like what I accomplished the first season, as much as I have a love-hate with my original photo, but I always go back to that because sometimes you don't realize how far you've come until you look at that. And it's not even like the start of each season to the end of each season, but from that very first progress photo, which is I looked at, and I still sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that was me. And it seems so long ago when it was only last year. But it's great how one builds on the next. And I honestly have no expectation except for completing the program and trying to, I guess I try to outdo myself season over season now, which I've done. But it's just like you go into it not knowing what to expect, and sometimes you surprise yourself. And yes,
yeah.
sometimes you get two pro cards. With
Yeah, I'll do the spoiler alert. So, spoiler alert, right? There's a lot in everybody's story, like from the very beginning, first season, second season, third season, but we're just going to go to the end and I'm just going to say, Anne Marie, what I really love about you so much is you're low key, at least from the outside. Like low key, okay, yeah, okay. And she won like she's a two pro card holder, meaning she was the top winner in both figure and fit bodies. That am I right or am I wrong? No, wait. Yes? No. What were the categories?
it was physique and bikini, masters 40 plus bikini.
Masters 40 plus bikini, and the other one was figure or fit body, though? It was figure.
I
Okay.
came fourth in fit body.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So now we know what we're doing for the next season. Okay. Maybe. All right. So figure and Masters 40 plus bikini. Which, by the way, the master's bikini classes, the over 40, is like like one of the most competitive things I've ever seen in the history of natural bodybuilding because there are so many women who, when they hit 40, hit 41, they've been in the gym, right? They
Mhm.
have that level of muscle maturity that a 25-year-old does not have. And so it becomes a very competitive space to never mind get a pro card, but even to be top five. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do find it more competitive each season too. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's it's extra motivation.
Yeah. It is. It's super exciting. When I think about you, Anne Marie, you're just that person who you put on the blinders, I'm doing the work, I'm just doing the thing, I'm doing my thing. Yeah, you're not overly loud, not look at me, but here I come. You're not going to see it coming. Here I am. And I just one of those personalities that's, wait. what? Where'd she come from? I'm like, oh, she was here. She's out here grinding it out and just biding her time. And I used to ask you, I used to think like this woman has painted on abs. There's no way. Like that's one
Yeah.
of those ab shirts or something. I'm like, abs sold separately. Like, wow. Like just a physique that you don't see everywhere and that you're so unassuming and you're just quietly doing your thing. That's how I see it from my perspective. Is just I'm just over here doing my thing. And then I get on stage and people are like, whoa, who's that? I'm like, yeah, she's been here the whole time. She's here.
Yeah, I think my favorite comment I got was when I was getting my tan that I had Ninja Turtle abs. So that was might have been one of my highlights from the season too. I mean,
Right.
pro cards, yes, but I was told I had Ninja Turtle abs.
You do. Like, even after the first season, I was like, wait a minute, what's happening over here? And it is exciting when you look at, I get it, you look at that very first before photo and there's a piece of you that's like, ooh, but you know what? She's great. She made the decision to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is as much as it pains me a little to look at it, it's also because there was a lot of feelings that went with that photo as well. So the good news is that body is gone for the most part, what I saw in that photo, and so is the feelings that went with it and all of the progress. And I honestly, I have an in-body scan that is up on my board in my office from my first down to my last season. And that's one of the things too, is I just have to, it's my reminder that it's a process
Yeah,
and
it
one
is a
builds on
process.
the other. And it's
Correct. It,
eye-opening.
it is. I think sometimes it is interesting that sometimes people can come into something like this and think, oh, I didn't get my pro card in my first show, it's not working, right? Right, this isn't, but it's no, it's, you don't really want your pro card in your first show because
No,
you don't have enough experience. And now you're going to be like, get on a pro stage and be like, oh, what have I done? It's the right timing to have it come in your third season or fourth. Like that's the right
yeah.
timing where you've been working and it's coming together and you're getting to the next level and the next level. Did you think about getting a pro card at any? No.
Absolutely. Like, of course, everybody wants one, but I never really thought it would happen. And it was funny because obviously you saw me, you were at the show where I was shocked and I just didn't even know what to do. Like I walked away without it. I didn't, I just, my mind went blank because it's one of
Hmm.
those things where it's just so overwhelming in the moment because you don't, at least I didn't think, not that I didn't think it was possible, I just didn't consider it. It wasn't on my radar. I knew it was a possibility, but when you're out there, I just head down, like you said, do the work, get to the stage, and try to enjoy it while you're out there. And that was one of the things where I was honestly just blown away by it.
Yeah. No, that was very apparent to me. I'm like, this woman's, what is happening? Where it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you first come in, right? Like somebody who pushes the button and I'm getting started, you're just like that first season, probably just like, all right, I'm just doing the thing. I
Yeah.
don't know anything.
Yeah, just aiming for the finish line, like honestly, so overwhelmed. And it because it does take a lot. And on our calls, grit has been referenced so many times, and it's the word that resonates with me the most. It takes a lot to get through it, but you know what? If I can do it, anybody can. And honestly, like it's just it's so true. But
Yeah.
I've had so many people honestly come up to me on the side or send me messages afterwards where it's also awkward for me to share the photos. I do have my stepkids are on social media and stuff too. They probably don't want to see me in a suit. But I've had a lot of people come up to me after the fact, including family members just who didn't say anything for the first couple seasons to tell me behind the scenes for them watching you do this has also motivated me not to get on stage, but even just to start working out or to change their diet or try something to better themselves. And it's a lot of feelings that come with that too. So it's great to hear because you never know who's watching you. Some of them might want to get on stage. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and also say, I don't think I'm ready yet, but you know what? Oops, I wasn't either.
Yeah, you're not going to be ready.
Yeah,
It's natural to say, I'm not ready or I need a better time. And then 4 or 5 years go by.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've had people tell me that, oh, I stalked your page for 5 years. And I'm like, I hear you. And sometimes we all know. And the more time goes on and the older we get, then the more like fearful almost. I have so much to lose, or what will people think? It's almost, you know what? just hit the button because what what is better than the time you have now, other than
Right.
time is just going to go by? I love that people are reaching out to you. That's great.
Yeah. And I've had people reach out with questions about the program or just in general, like just making comments. That's also something that kind of fuels and pushes me to continue doing what I'm doing, other than the fact that I love it. But like I said, you just never know who's watching and who you're inspiring to do better in some way or another.
Yeah.
Maybe someday join the team. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I believe you me. Like I have a lot of conversations too, and sometimes you do get surprised where someone's like, okay, I'm signing up, and you're like, okay, I knew you would eventually. I'll cheer. I can only offer, answer your questions and tell you can do it, but you do have to have that come to Jesus moment that's just like, "Fruit finger, boop, just do it." And I've had people tell me over the years, they were with their friends and they started drinking. And then that was like, that's when the button gets pushed. Like after a couple of glasses of wine, where you're like, okay, I'm just doing it because that's what it takes is the Nike said it best, right? Just do it.
Yeah. Or a little liquid courage,
The
either
liquid
or.
courage. So yeah, Anne Marie wins 2 pro cards and is again, and I know the kids say this like she's very low key, whatever. She's very low key. So I'm like, does she even know? Like, just okay, here's my pro cards. Okay. Like, I don't even know what this, let me go look up. It's almost
Mhm.
like just fun to watch somebody who is competing, is doing the process, is competing for the love of the whole process. Like, I'm here, I've committed to it, I'm doing this, I know I've made improvements, I'm going to go out there, but I'm not like, must win pro card, must win pro card, must win pro
Exactly.
card. It's just, wait, I want a pro card? I want two? Wait, what?
And I do have to say on a side note too, and I do have them in the back because I want to have them framed. I just haven't gotten
Yeah.
that far. When I came backstage with that pro card the first time, I had it and I was in my moment of like still in awe and to go in the back room with all the people you're actually competing with. And I came in and said, I won't say exactly what I said, but yeah, I got a pro card and the room erupts. Like honestly, like people are so grateful to, I should say, I'm so grateful, but people are so supportive. And I love that because it was our team, it was people not on our team. It was just like everybody's so supportive. And I thought that was like one of the best things too. Like you going back and you don't know if how people are going to feel about it. I had nothing but support from people, and every time somebody else came in with one, it was the same thing. And I love that.
Yeah, no,
People think it's
it's
like cutthroat, like it's not, and it's great. And you're all competing on the same stage, sometimes against each other, but you're never going to find anybody who's going to support you better than those other people who are actually going up against you, which is such a bizarre thing. It's
it
one of those
is.
things you would never expect. And I've said that too. Like a lot of people feel like people are catty. Some people might be, but I haven't experienced that at all. And I've never found such a supportive group of people.
Yeah, it is very interesting. And that's been a common theme in all the conversations and my own experience too. The other competitors are going to have your back. Like, you know, that you feel that, hey, maybe it's more people on the outside who've never done this before and they're going to have judgment or don't understand it. But, right, there is a secret society almost. Hey, we all
Yeah.
know. We all work hard. We all put in the time. Like, we all deserve to be here. We're all worthy of winning a pro card. Yeah, no, I can imagine in that moment must have been like, A, I'm still processing that I've won, and now I see that other people are excited for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have a couple friends who are like, hey, I want a pro card. It's happening. This is my season. I'm going to do it. And I love that.
Yeah, it is funny because I can reflect back when I first competed too. I had no idea, right? No idea what's a pro card. Like, but you're after your first season or you're around other people and you hear there's someone's going to get a pro card or this, are you going to go to this show? Or, hey, I'm trying to get a pro card. And you're like, oh, should I want a pro card? I guess I want one too. I don't know.
Exactly.
Everybody
Sounds
wants
cool.
one, right? I want one. And we have no idea what we're wanting, but I want it. And it is funny when all of a sudden your brain goes from, all right, I just want to make it through. I just want to complete the program. I just want to lose the body fat and gain the muscle. And I'm just going to say, check the box. And then you're like, oh, guess I wanted the pro card. Guess I want to figure out what's next, compete as a pro or get another pro card. Or it's just so funny when the switch flips and you're like, oh, guess that's what I want.
Yeah. I didn't know I wanted it till I had it. So that's good.
Honestly, I take such immense joy having watched all of it, and just especially after last season, and I had my eyes wide open on you, and I'm like, okay, this woman's like moving towards something here. I don't think she knows that, but there are big things ahead here for her. And I just love how, again, I the only words like low key, kind of, I don't even, it's not even a humbleness. It's just doing my thing, and grateful to be here, having a good time, putting in the reps, doing the hard stuff, making it all happen. And I think that is, in some ways, that is the secret, is just having made the decision and being able to reflect. I've come a long way.
Yeah.
You really,
Absolutely.
yeah, you
I
really
didn't
have.
tell anybody my first season. My husband knew, obviously, he had to deal with me and the sweating bullets after I signed on. And then you get stressed out in the beginning about starting it, but then once you get going, you just keep rolling with it and it's good. But my stepkids didn't even know I was doing this. Nobody knew I was doing it. And I told them the day of the show, like, hey, just in case, somebody you're gonna might see pictures if people post them. I didn't want them to be like, whoa, what's going on? They saw me doing the meal prep, they saw me doing all the things, going and doing the workouts, but some people just choose to keep it to themselves. And a lot of times, I think in that first season for me, it was like feel a fear of failure, which I didn't fail. I got on stage, scared the hell out of myself getting there. But once you get on stage, it's so worth it. All of it.
What did the step, first of all, how old are your stepkids?
They are now freshmen, going into freshman in high school, and the other one is going to be a junior in college.
Okay. And so the day you told them, like, hey, I'm doing this, what did they say?
They're like, oh, cool. Okay. One of them was at school. I sent
Okay.
her a text to let her know, but they knew I was doing something,
Okay.
but they just didn't quite know what it was. And nobody, I don't think even some of my family members realized what it was. I would tell them, and my mom liked to tell everybody I was on a diet. So she's, oh, she's on a diet. She can't eat that. And I was like, no. But you know what I've learned is don't try to explain it to people who don't, if they don't understand it and they don't want to ask questions. Yep, I'm on a diet. I'm gonna keep trucking through. But when you send them the pictures at the end, they're like, oh, I didn't realize that's what you were doing. Yeah, the kids are super supportive. They're always great about everything.
No,
And
that's another part too, I think, is seeing kids look at mom in a whole new way, right? Look,
yeah,
whether it's a mom or stepmom or what family member,
yeah,
and just be like, yeah, okay, you go, girl. Like, you could do hard things, and you can do it at any age, and you could decide to be whomever you want to be. And I think it is an interesting, not necessarily a full identity change. It's almost like pulling something out of you, right? Something that existed deep inside, or just some essence of who Anne Marie wanted to be or never knew she could be, like almost like that other persona.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I feel like when you go on stage. That's exactly what happens. You get your
Yep.
stage persona, get out there, and because I'm not obviously walking around dressed like that, but I love every other day, but I love every minute of that. The hair, the makeup, the tan, all of that. And it's just, I always joke that it's another wedding day. Like you get all ready, you do all this preparation for everything, and then that's it. It's your
Yeah.
day. You get out there and
Yeah, it's your special
do
day.
all the
Was
things.
there, looking back now over 3 seasons, is there anything that like surprised you, or like in looking back, surprising in general about this process?
It definitely gets easier each time because the first one, I'm not going to lie, I found it very challenging because it is a whole change to everything and you really don't know what to expect. And my husband
Yeah.
was honestly like the best. He would say, and I would get so overwhelmed with things. I'm not making enough progress, all the feelings that most people probably find.
Yeah.
And he was like, just get to the end of it, see it to the end, make judgments then. And it was funny because in those last couple of weeks, I was just like, ooh, look at this. When everything starts to come together.
Yes.
I think because you see yourself every day, other people see you, you don't notice the changes. So I think that's one of the things that surprised me. I knew that because that's anything else. You see somebody after you see them every day, or you don't see them for 2 months, that people are very surprised with the changes that you don't see yourself. So I think that's
Hmm.
one of the things that kind of stands out to me. But Overall, the most surprising thing, I think, honestly, is the camaraderie that there is in the team because Jojo had told me these are the nicest group of women you're ever going to meet. And I was like, okay, sure. Not that I don't believe everything she tells me, but when
Right.
you
But
experience it for yourself, like just the support you get from coaches, from the teammates, from everybody that's involved in this process, it's a lot of good feelings from a lot
yeah.
of good people. So I think that is the best thing. I think that stands out.
Yeah. No, it's funny, like with all of the interviews I've been able to do so far, there are some common themes, and that's a big theme. Okay, you're a woman in your 40s and 50s. Where are you meeting new people? Like the friendships and to develop a new friend group and people who have similar interests to you and who are going to cheer you on. Like that doesn't necessarily happen organically. And yes, it is very common because we're too close to the project that we can't see necessarily our own changes.
And I've
Yeah.
had a few people come over and like whisper to somebody else, is she okay? She's lost a lot of weight. So
Yep. I've had similar kind of weird thing. Like, what? Do I
are you
look sickly?
okay?
Like, what's happening? But yes, people, right. It's interesting. People don't necessarily know what to say or don't want it. Like they don't know. And so they talk to other people. It is a lot of funny, similar stories. So to conclude, what would you say to someone who should I do this? Should I not do this? My finger's doing the hover thing, or wait a minute, I never really considered this. Could be like somebody who never really, they weren't athletic, they weren't on the softball team. They might think that the ship has sailed. Any words of wisdom from you?
Just put all of that aside and do it. Because you know what? There's no time like the present, and anybody can do it. Honestly, I have arthritis. There's no excuse to not do it. Like I am on arthritis meds. You can do this. It's just a matter of getting out of your own head, push it aside, hit the button, sweat bullets if you want, but the end result is you're going to find new friends. You're going to have a whole process that's laid out for you, and you just have to do the work, follow the plan. It's hard, but it's not anything that you're not capable of doing.
Yeah, I'm all about, and sometimes I think we have to tell ourselves it's okay that it's hard. Think about all the hard
Yeah.
things we've ever done. This one just gets you like an amazing body, that newfound reignited confidence in yourself. I can do hard things and it's for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't say there's anybody that I know that would go through this process and regret it at the end. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, I wish I didn't do this.
Exactly. I
They're gonna
hate
wish they didn't do it soon. They're gonna be upset they didn't do it sooner.
I think that's what it is. Like, why didn't I just do this when I thought about it? I appreciate you so much. Thanks for spending the afternoon with me and sharing your story. I just have so much love and respect for you. It's been a pleasure watching this all unfold and a little bit of a giggle because I'm like, she has no idea, right? She's like walking around in this banging body, and I'm like, she has no idea, I don't think. And then walk off with your two pro cards, and here we go, season 4.
Exactly. Thank you for having me, and thank you for having this program too, because that's I owe it to you. If you didn't have this, there's no way I would have those cards sitting behind me, that's
Well,
for sure.
I'm just holding the door open. Thanks for walking through and thanks for being here. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well.
Talk soon.